A very important sentinel study was done a number of years ago called the TORCH study. And this looked at whether adding an inhaled corticosteroid to a long-acting bronchodilator, in this case it was a long-acting beta-agonist bronchodilator, could improve outcomes compared to either of those components, the corticosteroid alone or the bronchodilator alone. And then a fourth group was the placebo. The outcome that was the primary outcome was mortality, and it just missed showing a signal for mortality. But more importantly, when other secondary outcomes were seen, it was clear that the use of corticosteroid with a long-acting beta agonist was superior to either of the component parts, either the steroid or the beta agonist bronchodilator, and certainly greater than placebo. So this set in motion, I think, a period of time over the last decade or so where we have been using this medication as a standard, particularly in the more severe cases and in patients who have frequent exacerbations. We therefore then need to look at, well, what about milder patients? And there are, I think, clear studies that show that if one combines two long-acting bronchodilators, one can have improved outcomes as opposed to just one or the other or placebo.
Pharmaceutical companies are trying to be very helpful for our patients. They're trying to combine things into a single inhaler so patients don't have to take two inhalers separately. We know that long-acting beta agonists and long-acting muscarinic antagonists are very helpful by themselves, and we've been using them for a long time. So why put them together? Well, you know, there's a principle in medicine that's in cardiology, it's in diabetes. We tend to use more than one medication. We use them at smaller doses rather than increasing the doses, and by combining small doses of agents, we get better effects and avoid side effects. Well, that same principle is true here in COPD. Combining agents in patients who aren't controlled on a single agent is very, very helpful. Now, as you know, patients with COPD are always short of breath. They always complain about it. Even if you treat them with a single agent or a couple of agents at a time, they're still short of breath. So we tend to add on more agents to reduce shortness of breath. And also, we think that improving adherence is also very helpful. I find many of my patients try to extend out their inhaler use and use it only every other day rather than once a day, or if it's prescribed twice a day, they use it once a day instead of twice a day. Hopefully combining agents will give patients a better effect, and they'll see that they really do need to use it as prescribed for each individual agent to get the maximal benefit.